Nostalgia is one hell of a drug, and with shows like Naruto, it worked absolute wonders. Because as great as it is, the second your brain develops, you realize it was overloaded with flaws like loose ends, random plot twists, and surprise entries in the very last part of the show, and worst of all, some of the greatest written characters yeeted out the window, all for Naruto's legendary situationship. And so today, I'm going to absolutely wreck your perception of the show because I have nothing better to do. So, here are 5 of the worst flaws in Naruto. Number 1, the severely imbalanced power scaling. We did start off strong with ninjas specializing in taijutsu or genjutsu, but then fast forward to the 4th Great Ninja War, and we had literal celestial beings descending onto Mother Earth. Oh, you're good at taijutsu? But take this 1,000-year-old moon-spitted alien thingy. Oh, you've mastered every single ninja weapon? My planetary devastation would like to have a word with you. You could have spent every second of your life training and mastering jutsus only to have an outer space chakra gas station pulverize you into ninja ashes. And let's not forget Naruto's entire existence. He was created to sell the idea that hard work beats talent or of rising to the top. But Naruto didn't just rise, he ascended to divinity. And out of all of his peers, the one I feel the worst for is Kiba. That poor boy thought he was Naruto's rival. But little did he know that Naruto's pinky finger had more plot armor than him and his dog combined. Next up is one of the worst things about Naruto's writing, and it is the subpar romance. A romance so bad that you need a human sacrifice to make it work. And you know the funniest part about this human sacrifice? It's that people claim that since Neji's name translates to screw in Japanese, he was created to literally and metaphorically tighten the screws in Naruto and Hinata's relationship. And that isn't even the worst part. Naruto and Hinata had zero development in 720 freaking episodes, to the point where they had to make a movie to hammer it in. Because a screw isn't enough, you need something to hammer it down. And if that wasn't funny enough, I will serve you with an actual joke. And that is Sakura and Sasuke. If Naruto and Hinata's relationship was a zero in terms of development, then Sasuke and Sakura were well in the depths of negatives. How Sakura forgave and accepted a man who tried to kill her not once but twice will always be beyond me. If Kishimoto had spent half of Sakura's flashbacks actually developing their dying relationship, we could have seen peak. And just like the two before, we needed a novel series and God-forsaken Boruto to justify this relationship. That said, we did have some good couples like Temari and Shikamaru or Kushina and Minato, but that's about it. Either they got sidelined or died for the plot. And speaking of dying, we have our next big flaw, Obito Uchiha. Now you will either 100% agree with me or blacklist me, there is no in between. And my take here is that Obito never deserved redemption. And Kishimoto forced it down our throats on the excuse that he sacrificed himself for Kakashi, as if that could erase the lifelong PTSD he gave him. And if that wasn't enough, this man attached a paper bomb to a literal infant. He then helped Itachi butcher the Uchihas, terrorized regions by exploiting traumatized war survivors, and unleashed Kurama on the Leaf Village. Now, under no condition can this be justified. But when you find out about Obito's justification, it just goes up in flames. He did all of this because his situationship died in front of him. The same Rin that confessed to Kakashi seconds after he got bouldered. Now, before you come at me, I don't mean that his character was badly written. Him being lauded, forgiven, and accepted by the characters and the fandom is what's messed up. He did not deserve any of the redemption he got. And speaking of villains that got a quote-unquote happy ending, we had Orochimaru, a predator, torturer, and mass murderer living his best life. But that's a topic for another day. Moving on is one of Kishimoto's worst curse. It's that he writes great characters but then he completely forgets he's written them. Like we had the Hyuga clan who were only relevant up until Naruto faced Neji. Shino, who despite being undefeated barely got screen time. Tenten got outscreened by Tonton. Lee, Where T, one of the best written characters in Naruto who only appeared for like 2 to 3 arcs. We also had the 7 ninja swordsmen, who with a name as cool as that, you'd expect to see a whole arc on them, but these guys got killed off screen. And then the other Jinchurikis, who only appeared seconds before they got slimed. And finally Neji, who was the strongest Leaf Genin, yet after the time skip completely vanished. Like, are you telling me these guys just watched paint dry while Naruto and Sasuke were solo leveling? I get that the world building and the introduction of darker, deeper themes meant that the starter characters will slowly become irrelevant, but I speak for all of us when I say that we would much rather watch characters we care about than some white-eyed alien from outer space and their fricked-up family line. And finally, the female characters. Since Kishimoto already gets enough hate for this, I'll keep it short. All I want to know is that, were the female characters banned from taijutsu and ninjutsu lessons? Tenten was trained as much as Lee and Neji were under Guy. Anko was Orochimaru's best student. Hinata created her own jutsu, a fate only people like Minato could reach. And you tell me that none of them stood a chance against their male counterparts? Till the very end, they were strictly limited to supporting roles, despite being fully capable of doing more. If there's one thing Boruto does better than Naruto, just saying that sentence shortens my lifespan, then it is how they portray female characters. Except for the part where Sarada unlocks the Mangekyo Sharingan because Boruto got hurt. Anyways, now is the time I take the nostalgia drug and claim Naruto does not need a good story to be great. Because it is more than just a story, it is an emotion. A transcendent tale of an orphan boy who goes from a nobody to a somebody. A gallant warrior whose heart shines gold. These insignificant little flaws will never diminish its value, and I was blessed to have grown with it. That'd be all.